Hello and welcome to or back to my channel. My name is Ellie and I am a knitwear designer, knitwear enthusiast, and yeah, welcome to my May to June knitting podcast. First we're going to do finished objects because it is summer knitwear time. My projects are not, I'm not like pumping them out like I usually do. Because I'm working on much smaller needles, so yeah. I don't have too much to talk about today, but that's okay because I love what I'm going to talk about. So my first finished item is this skirt that I showed in last month's video, which is this, just like, I guess it ended up being a pencil skirt, which, yeah, I don't love that. I think I'm actually going to frog back and change what this looks like, and I'll talk about that in a sec. But just to recap, this is a like 1x1 stripe on DK weight yarn on Sheep's Color Crafter, and yeah, I just switched every row, and I really love the color and how it's turned out. Mostly. I'm not gonna try it on because I just don't really like how it looks. It just is not, it doesn't flow like I thought it would. I block this technically and it feels amazing, and it's so soft and lightweight, but I think I made it a little bit too long, I think, and it just doesn't quite fit the way that I want it to. So I have a ton of extra yarn left over, and so I think I'm going to frog back to about here, or maybe even here, and I need to do more increases. I definitely want it to flow a little more A-line, not too much, but in order to do that I need to do more increases. And then I would love to do like a ruffle edge on the skirt. Yeah, I think that would be really wearable. I had a goal this year to knit, like I really wanted a ruffle skirt, a knitted ruffle skirt in my wardrobe, so I think I'm going to turn this into that idea just so that I actually have it. But yeah, that is basically it. Not too much to talk about. It took a while to do this, but overall, super fun to knit on, very easy. I ended up doing like the edge that I chose was I just did a folded hem there, as you can see, and yeah, it turned out okay. This is one of my first, and I did the row of purling. There we go. I did a row of purling and then folded over, and I think I really like that because it gives like a nice clean edge. But yeah, I think like when I frog back and redo, I don't think I will do this edge. I think it will end up being like a garter edge or I-cord or something like that. So the inspo for the end product of this skirt is definitely like Wool and Beyond's like I can't remember what it's called, but it's like the ruffle skirt. So yeah, that's what this is going to turn into eventually. My next finished item, it's not fully finished. All the knitting's done. I just haven't decided what finishing touches I'm going to put onto it. It is this short sleeve cardigan, just a little short sleeve cardigan. It's pretty cropped and it is a raglan, and I really, really like it. I originally wanted to do have it be more brown than these colors, but I realized very quickly that I was probably going to run out if I went in that direction, so I had to do more of like the red and coral, but I'm actually really, really happy with it. This is all made with the Drops I Love You 7 100% cotton, and yeah, it is actually like a really fun yarn to knit with. I have no notes on, I don't know, I actually really love the yarn. I've already made a t-shirt out of it. I plan on making more clothing items out of it. And yeah, so let's talk about construction. This was knit on size 4 needles, and I basically started out with my stitches, and as you can see, I did some what's it called? German short rows. And yeah, kind of went from there. I ended up doing 6 stripes, or 6 rows of the brown and then 4 of the colored stripes. And I made it about this long, and I actually really love how kind of retro it looks. It's gonna look silly over my t-shirt, but yeah, I kind of made this more of like a baby doll fit, a little bit tighter than I normally would. And yeah, I really enjoy how it looks. I don't feel like I need to put any finishing like ribbing there. I don't think that's kind of the vibe that I'm going for. My original idea is to do like the hook and eye fastening closures and like do it on every red stripe basically. And yeah, and I think that will look really nice. I kind of want it to just be like something I can just throw on really quickly. Don't need a bra, don't need anything, like, and it will just kind of make the outfit. And this is about where it hits me pre-blocking. It will grow a bit, so I'm very happy with that. I'm happy if it's a little bit bigger. The underarms are a bit tight, which I should redo this ribbing that I've done on the sleeves because I really pulled it tight on the bottom there, and I don't know. That is just like so me, I guess, is just like those last finishing touches get kind of hurried a little bit sometimes. So yeah, I need to kind of focus more, or I just should have, what's 5 more stitches on 4 rows? It's literally 20 more stitches. So I picked up too few stitches, and that's on me. So if it doesn't block out a little more comfortably, then I will probably frog this red ribbing and redo it. But other than that, I am very happy with it. I love the colors. It's really fun, and yeah, I feel like a nice sweater in this color scheme or pattern would be really nice. Yeah, super fun and very summery. So yeah, so this is my last finished item. I will probably try to sew on the fastenings soon. I just am so excited about my other whips that I have. It's like, this is technically done, so I don't need to worry about it anymore. But that's not the case, because now I want to wear it. So anyway, that is that. And yeah, I would really recommend Drops, their I Love You 7 yarn. They have like some of the best colors, and it's really pretty and really soft yarn, and I would say pretty easy on the hands for it being like a really small yarn. Let's see, my next whip is, or my first whip is a tank top knit in Hurtigarn's Organic 350. Here is, there we go. It is a cotton merino blend, and it is really gorgeous yarn. I love it, but it is small. So I'm using, what even am I using? I'm using, I think 3.5 is the size, and this is what I've gotten so far. I have been working so diligently on it, and it is really, really gorgeous yarn. So I kind of took inspo from the Sabai top, and I tried I don't have small enough needles that I can do in the round, so I did like a broken contiguous sleeve. So this is being held together by these, and I will explain more about that in a sec. But first, yeah, so I really wanted a boat neck top, and I've been obsessed with the quatrefoil lace. So the whole around the top has this lace pattern on it, and the pointelle quatrefoil. So there we go. Now you can kind of see. And I will be doing that around the bottom as well. And we've got a ways to go, but I love this color. This is the color, it's just shade 4047. So yeah, this yarn is so nice and so soft though, and like really squishy, which I love. So I did this broken, I'm calling it broken contiguous sleeve because I knit one side and I did do like the technical contiguous sleeve correct way, but I just couldn't do it in the round. And it turns out I don't love it. Well, I think it would be fine if I didn't have this pattern that I really wanted to showcase. And I don't love this shape actually. So I am going to be actually knitting, like, I'm going to be doing some patchworking. And I will be knitting a piece to go in here because I don't like how long, I didn't do the armhole long enough. I don't think. I don't know. It could block out. When I blocked my swatch, it didn't really grow that much. So I'm not expecting this to like get a lot bigger or anything. So I am going to, yeah, knit a bit here because I would actually like, I don't like that this part is the top, like the highest point. I want this point to be the highest point so that this dips down just a little bit more, and I would like there to be more of a strap there, which it was like fun to learn this way, and I think I might still do it, but yeah, I just really want to showcase this little lace work, I guess you could call it. I don't know, this little pattern. So anyway, but this yarn knits up so nicely, if you can see. Kind of hard to see because it's trying to focus, but and then it also, it's like very navy blue, but when you look at it in the sun, there's definitely some like dark green going on, and it's really, really pretty, I think. I'm not the biggest fan typically of like a changing colors. Like I don't really love like color pooling stuff and like self-striping yarn as much, which this is nowhere near that, but it's, you can tell that they used like some dark green in the fibers. I don't know if you will be able to see that on camera. It looks really navy blue, but maybe you can kind of see there. I don't know, like right there or something. Anyway, the fibers, there's some dark green in there. So when it hits the sun, it looks almost like a gray blue, navy blue, which I think is really pretty, and I really like it. And I really like how it looks in the camera. So yeah, navy blue is like one of my favorite colors to wear. So it's perfect. My last knitting whip is something that I am not sure about. I've just barely started it. So, and I'm doing bottom up, so basically shapeless at this point. This is hopefully going to be a like a backless tank top. I've started, like I want a really low back. we're going for it this summer. This is, I've started kind of like to do the decreases and whatnot for that shaping. Yeah, I just kind of want it to be like a normal tank top in the front, and then maybe like a square neckline, and then just super low back, and I don't know, maybe it'll work out. I think I'm just mostly struggling because the yarn is like so thick. This is 100% cotton. This was got in a Joann's purge before they died and went away. This is the Kate knit and crochet 100% cotton. So it's really nice yarn. I've used it before. I don't quite understand. It says it's for like size 5 needles, but I'm using size 6 and it's still pretty tight. And I don't know. It seems like really thick yarn to be a DK weight. But I'm also using like basically fingering weight to make this other tank top, so I can't tell if just switching between that is just like too much for my brain, because it literally feels like I'm working with like air and weight yarn. And maybe I've just forgotten what DK weight is, but cotton is heavy anyway, so yeah, I think it's gonna be good. I have done the math. I have my swatch. I did the math over and over, and I supposedly did the correct number of stitches for what I want, but this still seems just like a lot wider. Like, it seems like there's more fabric than what I need, and I did like a weird little measure, and it just seems like there's like 6 more inches on here than there needs to be, because I want it to be like tight, obviously. So yeah, I don't know. This might be frogged and started over eventually, but I do love this cream ivory color, and it's very pretty. I don't like how I said that. It's very nice, and I think it will block super soft. I had originally wanted to do like the quatrefoil pointelle pattern in this, but it was just like gonna make too big of holes. Here is my swatch for that when I was learning, and I had wanted to do like a tank top with this, but that's just too many holes, I think, or the holes are just too big. So yeah, I scrapped that. But yeah, I've been loving, I feel like, I don't know, I feel like we're all influenced by the same things, because all of a sudden I've just been seeing like so many of these patterns going out. It's very summery, but I think all our Pinterests are linked. That is it for my finished items and whips. I don't have any yarn acquisitions to talk about, I don't think. Future plans, I don't know. These are gonna take me a while. Maybe not the backless tank top. That feels like it's going very fast. But I think I'm just going to be on my tank top grind for a while. I have some blue, let me see, let me find that. I have 2 of this color of the I Love You 7 yarn, and I really like this kind of like dusty blue, and so I want to do a tank top, and then if I don't have enough, I will do the ribbing in probably like the coral and red from this, because I have a bit left over, and I think the coral and red look very nice if you can catch that vision. I think it'd be fun. I don't know. I'm trying to make sure that like it's something that I would really love to wear over and over, and if it's not, then I don't want to do it. So I do love this color though, and I think like a tank top would be great out of it, and maybe I can make it with just 2. I don't know. would like to get some yellow of this and do another like boat neck top. I have a dream of doing like a boat neck with a bunch of ribbing around the waist area. I think that would look really nice. I've seen it done a couple times. Miranda's Knits on Instagram and TikTok. She did one and she did a hibiscus on it and that was so pretty, and I have been thinking about that shape ever since. I know the Athena top by Anna Sophie, I forget her name. She has a pattern very similar, so yeah. I'll probably play around with like the ribbing distance and whatnot, but anyway, that's just kind of like what's on my mind. I do want to redo this skirt, make it a bit better, make it wearable. So yeah, these are all taking time because I'm working on size 3, 4, and 6 needles pretty consistently. So yeah. Anyway, let me know what you're working on, let me know your projects, and let me know what you think. Let me know what you're working on, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!